Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, we're talking about 10 things we don't do when we go on cruises. So I guess I'll get started. The first thing we don't do, which may shock some of you, is that we don't drink alcohol. We're not really drinkers just normally, but when we go on cruises, we don't buy the drink package. You did have a glass of wine recently on a cruise, but that's because we were gifted it from Carnival. But other than that, you're probably not gonna find us drinking or getting drunk for sure on a cruise.
Nah, it's not. It just seems like it's not a good combination.
Yeah,
with water.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah, and I think the one that I did have, I didn't even finish it because.
Yeah. You said you liked it.
It was okay, but I don't like the taste of alcohol.
Yeah. But you did like that sangria we got somewhere recently.
That was good. It didn't
and that
taste
was
like
not on a
alcohol.
cruise.
Yeah.
That was at a Mexican restaurant.
Yeah, but it was still very much delicious.
Yeah.
We don't go to nightclubs. We go to bed.
You.
Too early. I don't think we just don't have we're not party people. If anything, we may be small get-together people later on, but we don't feel the need to go to a club. They do say it's fun though.
Yeah, we said we want to check it out.
Yeah.
But as of now, we just haven't been to one.
Yeah.
So every time we go on a cruise though, we say we're going to check it out and we're never awake when the clubs start. I think it's like 11 or midnight or something.
Yeah.
And we stay up late for other stuff, but just never, we don't have enough passion to stay up for that.
They do say they have events in the clubs though, right?
Events? Like what kind of events?
Like, I don't know if it was a bingo night or you could win prizes.
Maybe. I thought it was just dancing and music.
Maybe.
Oh.
But
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't really do the whole nightclub thing, but we should probably try it.
Yeah, we might try it. We just haven't before.
Yeah.
The other thing we don't do, but we might try, is we don't go to the casino. We don't really gamble. Gambling's not really our thing, but I think it was a guy in the elevator on one of the last cruises we went on, and he was telling us how you could win free cruises and like perks and stuff. So we did want to look into that, but we just learned how to play spades like a few months ago. So we need to learn how the casino works. The other thing is, which we'll probably get into, is you don't like the smell of smoke. So we never could find that non-smoking casino. It's kind of hidden.
No, I think it's on a different floor.
Yeah, but it's like not one that you go to all the time. It's just that one. So it's not like you're passing by it to get food. But the casino is, like the real casino is by everything.
Yeah.
It's easy to find.
For sure.
So we might check out the casino in the future, but we just haven't yet.
Yeah. Leading up to the whole reason why we don't go to casino, it's because we don't smoke. We're not really smokers. Yeah, not much to that one. But if we do go to the casino, I think we should probably go to the one that's the non-smoking.
Yeah, and we don't smoke cigarettes or marijuana or anything like that. So I know you don't smoke marijuana. I know that some people get kicked off their cruises for bringing on marijuana, and we wouldn't have to worry about that.
And I think and I think we watched a video that said that they were being more strict about it.
Yeah, they're way more strict about it lately. So not a concern for us. Another thing we don't do is we don't eat really at the specialty restaurants. I know they have the place for dinner that you can go to and sign up for, which we do sometimes. Honestly, we kind of gravitated away from that on our recent cruises. But if you can get Guy's Burgers and if I can get the pizza, I think that's really good.
Yeah.
The main dining we do is the breakfast, like the sit down formal breakfast.
Yes.
We stick with that for sure.
We stick with that, yeah.
But the formal dinner we don't stick with, and we definitely haven't done a specialty restaurant.
Yeah.
Except the sushi,
right?
Which was gifted to us by Carnival.
Right. By the way, this is just for the Carnival Cruise Line. We still have a lot more traveling to do.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. I'm sure we'll be able to get to the things we don't do on other cruise lines. But at least for Carnival Cruises, we don't really do a lot of the dinners. Mainly because once you've done one, you kind of have done them all in a way. We don't buy souvenirs. I think the only souvenir that we really got was the one that was given to us because I think you hit the gold tier, whatever.
Oh, that pin?
Yeah. Yeah, so.
I thought you bought your sister a bracelet before, like our very first one.
Okay, but I thought you were talking about on the ship, souvenirs on the ship.
I don't know, it just depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
But we're not souvenir people.
No, we're not.
Not really collectors or anything.
But we don't have anything against it. We just haven't done it.
Yeah.
If anything, we're cheap.
That's the biggest part.
Yeah.
I do want to buy that Mexican vanilla though. They've been telling me to get that. So that will be a souvenir I get this next time around.
Yeah, we're going on a cruise in September, so we got to definitely make sure we we grab that.
For sure.
That's super important. That's life or death, to be honest.
Because I'm gonna make a pound cake once we get that.
Yeah,
so
we need that.
That's gonna be one of the only things you've ever reminded me for. Another thing we don't do is we don't try to do everything. I know when we get on the cruise, we're so excited every time. We look at the calendar for the whole week and we're like, oh, I want to do that, and that. But when it comes down to it, there are just some things we don't mind missing. There's some things we definitely don't want to miss, like the Newlywed Game. We really enjoy that.
Right.
So we always try to go to that. There's a few movies that we definitely don't want to miss. But there's movies that we think we don't want to miss and we just end up missing them. Certain games, like football games you've seen because you didn't want to miss. But for the most part, we don't try to do everything. We understand that it's a vacation. We don't want to be sticklers about every single thing being planned.
No, I was going to mention that a lot of the time for vacations, it's not necessarily how much you do. Sometimes it's really just meant to relax and chill. So if you are a person that wants to go on a cruise but feel obligated to do all the activities, you don't. And you can still very much have a good time away from everything. The views alone is one of the highlights of our trips.
Yeah.
So
some of the naps alone have been the highlights of our trips.
Very much
like you've
true.
never taken that good of a nap in the adult section where it's so quiet and everything. It's a really good time.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we don't plan everything in advance. And that, I think that's mostly due to me.
Yeah.
I'm not the hugest planner. And then for me, vacations is about not having to plan. So that's, for me, that's why I don't really do the planning thing. Is there any reason why?
No, I think that's like my time because I am more the planner, but that's like my one time to be like, okay, this is not the best time to be planning. It's vacation. So I kind of let loose. You're welcome. I let loose a little bit on vacations at least. So that's, the least I can do for you. Make you a little bit more relaxed. Another thing we don't do is we don't try to stay connected on social media. I know we have bought the internet package a couple times, but that's usually been because you're still in school and you're trying to finish your virtual classes.
To know all that. No, just playing.
You're trying to finish your virtual classes. So you just have to stay connected for school. But we don't try to get the internet package just to be on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that. It's never for that reason if you do it.
For sure. And one of the last ones is that we don't take for granted that it's a blessing we can even go on vacation. So yeah, because of that, it coincides with a lot of the things we mentioned because we don't need much to go on vacation and we don't need to do much to go on vacation. Just the thrill alone to be able to get away is a part of it,
Yeah, my family didn't actually go on a cruise. I think we went on our first one I went on one with my mom in 2018 or 2017 or something, and then we went as a whole family in 2019, but cruising was definitely not a part of my upbringing at all. Our vacations were going back to Mississippi or Louisiana to visit family or Galveston. We did that quite a bit, but your vacations growing up were road trips, right?
We didn't have many, but
when we did have road trips. Right?
We traveled back. My mom's from Oklahoma, so what we did occasionally, very rarely, was actually go back to Oklahoma to visit my family there. There was a couple times when I got a little bit older where I went to Washington, D.C. to visit my uncle and stuff like that. So cruises was not a thing, but I kind of gravitated towards it because that was one of the easier ways to get out of the country and experience and explore, and fell in love with it.
Yeah, it's like a package deal. We do want to try a Mexican resort though.
Yes.
Together, that would be really fun.
When are we doing that?
I have no clue. We'll figure that out. We'll budget for it.
Yes.
But yeah, that's it for us today. Let us know if there's any other things that you agree with that we don't do. But yeah, we'll see you in the next video. Bye.